Welcome, Your Excellency. This is the Ministry of ICT. Here we want to espouse how we are leveraging on ICT to deliver the entire government development agenda, Your Excellency. You are aware that in your government's bottom-up economic transformation agenda, the digital superhighway is a standalone thematic area because it is an enabler to all facets of what we want to do and also a critical success factor moving forward. So we will illustrate how far we have gone in the delivery of digital infrastructure, where we have the establishment and operationalization of the 25,000 free Wi-Fi hotspots, the 1,450 village digital hubs, the rollout of the 100,000 kilometers of fiber, the setting up of the data centers, and then how, through the Office of the Data Commissioner, we are coming up with an elaborate risk mitigation framework that ensures both data privacy and data security. On the flip side of it, Your Excellency, with that infrastructure in place, we are also going to illustrate how we are leveraging on ICT to move away from the traditional way of doing business to e-commerce. We will also illustrate how we are facilitating optimal exploitation of the potential of the creative industry through our studio Mashinani, which is domiciled within the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. We will also illustrate, Your Excellency, how through ICT we are facilitating virtual registration of journalists through the Media Council of Kenya. So we'll start with PS Professor Kisangani to illustrate what we have here with respect to e-commerce.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Our journey has been a long one from this booth. I'm sure you used it one time. As you are calling, people are still queuing to pick it, but you can see we have moved even in terms of the post offices. We are no longer using, some services are not going through this because they are digital. You can deliver letters through the courier services. But as you can see from this illustration, Post Office has already done 772 services, passports delivered through this procedure, and we can still do other things in agriculture, and so long as you just make your order, you can make your order and the pay, and the poster can deliver even to the last mile. So that's where we are, and we are no longer storing money in boxes and strong rooms. Now we can use the digital transformation to do that. So I think you could say, CS has mentioned something about registration of journalists, Your Excellency, and this is where the Media Council is. They have been registering journalists. All you need is to make an application using your phone, and then you will have to be approved and then registered. So anytime they come to functions like this one of yours, they will be just checked, and then that verification can be done, Your Excellency. And I think this is a pet project to you. You have been talking about talent building. Studio Mashinani is here. They are just demonstrating the training that we undertake at Studio Mashinani as they develop talent in music and acting, and KBC is on it, and it has been doing a very good job. So here is where we shall have the creative economy developed from our KBC studios, and then we make money out of that. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Then, Your Excellency, let's come to the digital infrastructure here. PS Tanui will take us through the digital infrastructure and other facets of our digital transformation agenda.
Welcome, Your Excellency. Supporting all the other sectors is one of our role to ensure we deliver for support health, agriculture, and all the others, and to support a real transformational agenda. This, we are building the infrastructure across the country, the 100,000 kilometers. We have identified all the points that we are going to deploy, and we are going to work with private sector and also public sector institutions. And the main 5 points, Your Excellency, on the digital superhighway are this: rollout of 25,000, 1,450, automation of government services, implementation of the physical addressing system to support e-commerce, and digital skills that will focus on jobs and entrepreneurship. Your Excellency, to ensure we connect effectively, we are going to also explore new solutions like this satellite solution. One of the satellite solutions that can be used where there is no fiber will connect. And Your Excellency, the digital superhighway goes to the device, and this is one of the devices that we are working with the private sector. Michael is from Safaricom. These are the devices. First week of August, yes, around there.
I want you to speak to that. I had a candid discussion with Safaricom, all the other telcos. You people told me 28th of July, you will have the first rollout of the $40 smartphone. Can you speak to that?
Your Excellency, thank you for your patience and your memory. So these are the sample devices that we are working through. That is the 6.5 inch, and that is the 5 inch. So this is the entry phone, entry smartphone, and this is the 6.5 smartphone. These are actually the test devices that we're working through testing and to be submitted for formal approval from a testing perspective. From a timeline perspective, we are working through. Oh, sorry. We are working through the process of the factory setup. The first part of the assembly equipment is now in country and being cleared. We are looking at the next couple of weeks, so we are fairly confident in saying that in August we will have the
August. Are you telling me to tell Kenyans that in August they can buy one of these phones from your enterprises?
Your Excellency, in August we expect that the factory will be producing phones that will be ready to go to market.
In August?
In August.
In August?
In August.
This year?
August 2023.
Okay.
Thank you.
You said it.
Your Excellency, to grow the digital economy and attract investment, we have the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner. She can speak about some of the things she's doing.
Thank you, Excellency, and welcome to our stand. Our role as the Office of the Data Commissioner is to espouse the digital economy. And you know, in the era of digital economy, there's a lot of information exchanging, and that is personal data. So we are responsible for making sure that it's safe towards digital economy. To Your Excellency, because of the data protection regime, we are able to get more investors into the country so that they're able to invest in this economy. Thirdly, Your Excellency, as an office, all our services are online. We have registration. Your Excellency, you launched the portal. As we speak, we have a portal here to show we have over 3,000 who have registered since January this year. Also, we have complaints. Anyone who is, just to give Kenyans confidence, if there is a breach in as far as their data is concerned, they can file a complaint with us, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And here we have one of our entities concerned ICT Authority and helping us to implement most of our programs. Okay. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Welcome to the ICT Authority. We provide technology to power government digitization. And for us, the aim is to improve the quality of life, accelerate economic growth, raise productivity and national competitiveness. Your Excellency, we have walked a long journey in the area of automation, as you've seen from the old technology. But really what we are looking at is establishing and coming up with an intelligent government where all entities speak to each other and it is citizen-centric. We are guided by one point of reference. We have put together all our plans to support all the sectors in one plan, which we are calling the ICT Master Plan. And this plan is also providing investors with opportunities where they can be able to plug in the sector. We do have, under the plan, 4 key pillars, Your Excellency. Our PS has spoken to the digital infrastructure, the work we are doing on the rollout of fiber and Wi-Fi. But today, tied to our launch today, is the area of the digital services, Your Excellency. Digital services is anchored on a number of pillars. And what we see as the e-citizen system is the one-stop shop for government. But below it, we have established, and we are in the process of establishing a number of pillars. One of it is the digital identity. Then we are also supporting all the government agencies in automation of their records and digitization of those records, and then also providing the government systems which will then help operationalize the digitization. Your Excellency, just to take you back quickly, the other two pillars, one is on digital innovation and enterprise. For this, we have done e-commerce portal, which as we deploy the public Wi-Fi, the people in the markets can go in as a marketplace, and we are going to show you just quickly how that works. We realize that as we deploy this technology, and we onboard services and we avail services online, we need to empower our people for them to be able to utilize these services, and also skill the public sector for them to deploy and serve our citizens. So, Your Excellency, we will just later on show you.
So my question to you is exactly on that lady there. Can you go back there where you are? Have you just come from? No. Yeah, here. You remember this, so what, because you've talked about digital skills, right? And e-commerce and digital jobs, yeah? Digital opportunities. So what is the plan on digital skills? Because we have the program that we are working with TVETs. We have asked our members of parliament to work with you at the ICT to establish digital hubs.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Or ICT hubs.
Yes.
1,450, one in every ward.
Yes, Your
and I am happy that members of parliament have agreed, and they are already working on the legislation to enable CDF to be deployed in that. And then number three, we also need to bring, working with the counties, and I'm happy Governor Sakaja was here, working with the counties to bring the vocational training centers. There are about 4,000 of them. The vocational training centers in every part of Kenya should be brought into these metrics of them being centers where we can deploy the education on e-learning, e-commerce, and e-skills.
Yes.
Have you thought about that beyond what we are doing? Waziri?
Yes. Thank you, Your Excellency. We have already have consultative sessions with the Council of Governors, and the county governments have committed to make the vocational training centers available for this purpose. We have agreed on very, very clear roles and responsibilities. As government, we are going to provide the internet, we are going to provide the personnel. But the county governments, first of all, they will ensure that as we roll out the fiber, they will not be charging anything for the way lifts. That will be free to enhance connectivity. They'll also then subsequently ensure that the polytechnics are available for us to deploy the devices, and they are going a step further to facilitate defrayal of the cost of electricity in all those institutions, so for purposes of sustainability.
And have you also considered, just in case the counties don't have the money, for example, to put up an extra ICT facility to be used in the TVET, in the vocational training center?
Yes.
Have you considered how we can work with members of parliament?
Yes.
Because members of parliament have proposed that they can use the CDF facility to build either a lab or an extra classroom for this purpose. I would suggest that you explore the possibilities of, just in case, because many of these facilities may not have the requisite infrastructure for you to deploy the internet and the e-learning facility.
Again, Your Excellency, that's work in progress. In fact, it is at the very tail end. We have had consultations with the members of parliament through our ICT committee of the National Assembly and the ICT committee of the Senate. They have committed to provide facilities in each and every ward where we can do the deployment of the village digital laboratories. They have gone a step further, Your Excellency, to facilitate amendments to the relevant acts that would enable them to meet some of the costs of the challenges we have been facing, such as electricity, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Welcome to the home of Hustlers.
Your Excellency, pardon. Welcome to the Ministry of Cooperative and MSME, Your Excellency. If you don't mind, you can take a 2-minute sit, or you can stand. Your Excellency, yeah, you can choose. You can choose. Prime, the Deputy President. Your Excellency.